know the vibes, yeah. Me and my three pulling up, do the math, clear the path. They dim them like, yeah, we on the floor shaking ass. Here he comes to make a pass. Butter peeking thighs, and their eyes is giving Swedish pie. Calling me a player, cause I'm ghosting with the glitchy vibe. The realest to my right, left these lanes on red. Cause I need a sexier Ceddy on whole wheat bread. Get it and get it, he wanna fuck with the realest. He tapped me light on my shoulder like, baby, let's handle business. I got exotic, hypnotic, mixed the rum with the tonic. Get me crazy enough, my sender new with the bonnet. Flame the track, baddies pull up, the baddies is bad. Lit in the club, two on say, you know she taking it off. Shirt in the air, waving like a helicopter. It's game time, we get to the buck, shaking it, yeah, she throwing the fuck. New York in the building, got them all in their feelings. Said we ain't getting money, you know what we building. Where my baddies is at? Where my baddies, where my baddies, where my baddies is at?
Let me clean them. I wanna run, I'm going crazy. My mama would be on here saying, I ain't clean.
I told him come through for a day, let's role play with the anime. Turn into a hoochie hoe, playing with his Yu-Gi-Oh.
What it is, what it is. I'm as cold as ice. Happy Thursday. And I know before you even fix your mouth, before you even fix your lips to say, oh, Cedric, you supposed to be on Tuesday. I know. Players F up. But we still here. Happy Thursday, y'all. And excuse the delay. Excuse both the delay in day and in time. Your boy is out here trying to make things happen. And there are times when you just be a little bit behind, but we push through and we make it here. You know what I mean? So I thank y'all for y'all attendance. I thank y'all for y'all support. Cause you could be anywhere. I saw a post from Russell. And he's like, you're not entitled to this. You're not entitled to support. He said, man, when I was starting this, I checked my video after posting it. It had 1 view. I come back a week later. It got 1 view. I'm the view. And it's like that sometimes. So you gotta be appreciative of whatever and whoever supports you in your endeavors. So I thank y'all, and we're gonna keep this moving. We're gonna have us a good time. I said the ritual, the light of this medication. I said I share it with my queen with no hesitation. She hit the yoga after eating. Now, tonight's episode is appropriately titled, If Your Breath Stink, Why You Got So Much to Say? Why you got all this conversation? Are you not aware? Shout out to my dad. Shout out to Charles. He used to be, this was when he was hit. He'd be like, you got that Cisco. You got that Unleash the Dragon. I said, Charles, you ain't got jokes like me. You ain't funny. Not on purpose. Shout out to Pops though. If your breath stink, why you got so much to say? I think it is imperative. It's imperative as a young man, young woman, adult, that you are aware of your as they like to say. Who is they? Me. It's a lot to cover to make sure you got good breath. You gotta check your brushing. You gotta check your flossing, because it might be something all up in the. You gotta check your flossing. You gotta scrape the tongue. You gotta hit the mouthwash. Then you gotta make sure you ain't got none of the enzymes. You know what I mean? Make sure that it's not, you know what I mean, stomach related. It's a lot, but you gotta do it. Especially if you all want to be up in the baddies' faces. Can't scare the baddies. Don't forget to throw a couple mints in the car. Put mints in the car. Altoids. As Quest likes to say, whatever it takes. Now, what y'all been up to, man? Y'all done had a couple extra days without your boy. Without your boy, without yours truly. Me personally, it was a lot going on. Some positives, some things that I'm proud to announce. Yeah. For yours truly, I actually found out that I was selected by my alma mater, Cheyney University, the first historically black college university, as a recipient of the Top 40 Under 40 Award. This is a big, monumental honor for me, as my school is very near and dear to my heart. Very near and dear. In addition to that, it was a dream of sorts to make a Top 40 Under 40 list. I don't care if it was Top 40 Under 40 bubblegum chewers. I wanted to achieve. And, you know, some of that is due to constraints or pressure that we put on ourselves to be successful early. And, you know, 40 is still young. Despite what your 20-year-old will tell you. When you get to that accomplishment, when you get to that landmark, that milestone, you realize, oh man, what did Mark Henry say, the wrestler? I still got a lot in the tank. So appreciate all those who assisted in choosing your boy. I really, really appreciate it. More than you know. Now, in addition to getting that selection, what else happened for you? Oh, shout out to my cousin. Two of my cousins who celebrated birthdays, but my cousin, Reg Dog, who celebrated his 60th. And as a result, we traveled to Chocolate City, traveled to the DMV to celebrate him with a white party. And as expected, it was festive. It lived up to the expectations. Great party. Shout out to the Go-Go Band playing your favorite hits with a go-go twist. Put that T.I. Let Them Know with the play that Fantasia. Think I heard some Mace. You go to DC, you gotta hear some go-go music. They gonna play it. Bear with me a second, y'all. Bear with me a second. Fellas, players, bags, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. Give me 1 second. Bear with your boy.
Yeah, I'm in my own lane. Watch a younger change the game. If I get a shot, I'm taking it from close range, that #1 spot. I'm taking it with no shame, like I'm the spokesman of this generation, Kurt Cobain. Quest, tell these niggas speed up before they get loud. I'm showing no remorse, I hope that they get that. In 2017, y'all gon' call me Racer X. Got my pedal to the floor, cause you know we up next. Catch me in the fast lane. Window down, smoking the finest strain. And my goals only a mile away. Ain't no stopping in the, ain't no stopping in the, ain't no stopping in the fast lane. Fast lane, ain't no stopping in the fast lane. Fast lane, ain't no stopping in the fast lane. Fast lane, ain't no stopping in the, ain't no stopping in the. You can catch me in the fast lane. Window down, smoking the finest strain. And my goals only a mile away. Ain't no stopping in the, ain't no stopping in the, ain't no stopping in the fast lane. Fast lane, ain't no stopping in the fast lane. Fast lane, ain't no stopping in the fast lane. Fast lane, ain't no stopping in the, ain't no stopping in the.
Excuse me. Had to make sure we was all on go. But we back. Throwing it back. Now, continuing on with what we was talking about. We had the white party, enjoyed ourselves thoroughly, got to go down to DC, check out a couple of the sites, which is always, DC is always near and dear to my heart, man. Y'all, that know, of course, my mother from DC, my grandmother and the extended family from DC and the DMV area. Shout out PG County, shout out Brandywine, Laurel, all the spots. Shout out Fort Washington. So it's always near and dear to my heart to make sure that we get there. Or when my mom wants to get down there to see family, we make it an event. So we had ourselves a good time. So again, shout out to Reg Dog, shout out to my cousin Cindy, celebrating her birthday as well. Shout out to all the Leos. If you a Leo, make some noise. It's y'all time. Enjoy yourselves. It's a celebration. Aries and Leos get along for the most part. So we celebrate. Donnie Boy, what's good? DJ Bean in the building. Shout out all my peoples on the YouTube and the IG. You know what I mean? So we have a good time. And Donnie Boy, I'm not too familiar. I'm not too familiar. And don't come on here talking no bullshit neither. This my stream. You come in here, you wipe your feet when you come in the house. Take your shoes off. Don't have no stank feet. And you, as Martin would say, respect my house. You say hello. Say how are you? You always like to come. They always come in here with that foolishness. I don't know you like that. Now, in addition to those things that was happening on a personal level, on a national level, the end of an era, if you will, as NBA legend, NBA superstar, Russell Westbrook has announced his retirement. Can't believe it. From my era of watching basketball, it's about like 3-4 stars left. You got KD, Steph Curry, and Bron. When they go, I'm going to be crying like Fantasia. Lord, take me, Jesus. Can't believe it. Russell Westbrook was a very polarizing player, but one of the most talented players, exciting players of his time. Representing, he along with Derrick Rose, two of the most athletic point guards to grace the NBA. And Russell Westbrook, more specifically, known for his versatility and his ability to affect the stat sheet in a multitude of ways, becoming the second person, there's only two guards, to average a triple-double, breaking the 47-year record of Hall of Famer Oscar Robertson. In this triple-double year, he also earned the NBA MVP. In addition to that, he's had a multitude of all-stars, went to the championship, lost against the Miami Heat, and what was that, 2011, y'all? Let's make sure. We want to get on here. We want to, OKC. Yeah, I think that was 2012. Forgive me.
I need you to hit it and hit it hard.
But yes, Russell Westbrook will go down as one of the most dynamic NBA players of all time. A number of players have actually reached out and expressed their gratitude and their appreciation for his play, known for his high level and high energy. The Joker was all over the place. Now, me personally, I feel like I have to salute your boy, Russ. One, Russ got a sister for a wife, so respect to Russ. Shout out to the Mrs. Westbrook. And take care of his kids. Outside of that, philanthropist, community advocate, into the fashion, and despite what the media tried to portray him as, a hell of a teammate and an ambassador for the game. Now, that being said, Russ was entertaining, competitive as all hell, and for me, this played out in a number of my favorite moments from Westbrook. Now, to take it back old school, I'm going to give you my pick six, my favorite 6 moments from from Russell Westbrook's career. So the first would have to be, I'm gonna go the Nipsey game when he became the first player to get 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists in a game to honor the late Nipsey Hussle. In addition, I'm gonna go to his battles with Kevin Durant after KD left the Thunder. He would have a number of battles with Russell Westbrook, and Russ never backed down. They head to head, they had some exciting battles and some duels, if you will. Okay. Now, on the interview tip, one of my favorite clips from Russell, legendary meme, viral moment, but it's these niggas tripping. In an interview after a game versus the Utah Jazz, a journalist asked Russell Westbrook, did the Jazz win the game or did you guys lose the game? And Russ turned his head around, looked at him and said, what? Yo, bro, what are you talking about? He said, yo, I'm out of here. These niggas tripping. A historic interview. To say that on live TV or to say that during the interview is hilarious. We didn't need that type of candor since the legendary Shaquille O'Neal interview when the guy asked him to calm down and he said Shaq was cursing emphatically, and I believe it was Jim Gray. Jim Gray said, Shaq, we're on live TV. He said, I don't give a shit. Damn, Shaq. You know we on TV. Hilarious. Dr. Crenshaw, what's good? What's good? I know that ain't my boy who I think it is. I know that ain't Zeke. Shout out to my YouTube viewers. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Ow, ow, ow. Shout out to my... But yes. Now, moving on to number 4. Gotta talk about when Russell Westbrook introduced Rock the Baby, his signature celebration. And I'm going to couple that with number 5, which would be when he battled against Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague has told the famous story about him executing the Rock the Baby celebration after a great play. And Jeff Teague responded by saying, "Ah, man, I don't care about that." And Russ said, "That's your problem." The level of competition from Russ was unmatched. If you didn't come ready to play, Russ would embarrass you. Another level. Ow, ow, ow. Nah, ow. And my last moment that I will celebrate as my favorite moment from Russell Westbrook is his celebrations or antics from the bench. Whether it would be pregame, where he would be dancing, ah, ah, his pregame dancing, or when he would be getting hyped, whether it be to Nipsey, Kendrick, Too Short, or when he was injured or not playing that game, and he would be trying to eat food on the bench. Russ was a great player, man, and gonna miss him, but we wish him the best in his second act, in his new career and his new endeavors post basketball. Now, let's move on. We had a great episode last week. We talked about cookout invites. That was a big topic. We also talked about going to the beach, and I played y'all a clip from one of my favorite movies, Lottery Ticket. Now, we want to get into the ball-headed logic for the day and try to keep it simple yet effective. All right? Now, tonight's bald-headed logic. You gotta say it like that. Bald-headed logic. Tonight's bald-headed logic is make sure you mature. Make sure you mature. While I was at the white party celebrating, I saw my Uncle Rick. Shout out my Uncle Rick. We was having a conversation, and we were just talking about older people and them not necessarily being, acting their age. And one of the things that he said, he stumbled across a jewel, and I don't even know if he meant to, but he says, everybody don't grow up. Some just grow older. I said, oh. Unc! With a jewel. Everybody don't grow up. Some just grow older. Everybody don't grow up. Some just grow older. And I find that to be true. There are unfortunately people that are not making the transition, the evolution, not putting in the work to make sure that you grow not only in age, but in wisdom. They took the whiz, but they damn sure left the dumb. It's imperative that as you get older, that you learn from your experiences and that you use those experiences to make informed decisions that impact both you and, as you get older, your family, your partner, and your community. Unfortunately, a lot of times these things are missed, and they will be missed because the person in question is being a user. User in this circumstance is an acronym. The user is unaware, is selfish, with ego, and they tend to renege. Let me quickly break down. For the unaware, too often, if you check with people that you feel like are not mature, they are often unaware of their standings, how they present themselves, how they treat themselves, how they treat others. They are unaware of the impact of all of their actions and words. They say and do things that may be beneficial for them, but not necessarily beneficial for the greater good, for the team. You got to be aware. The older that you get, and if you're getting mature, the situation becomes where your decisions impact more and more people. The S being selfish. So in the situation, and the unaware and the selfish combined is a deadly combination. But the selfish person loves to make the decisions that primarily, if not only, impact them. Not caring enough about what their decision will do to everybody else around them. For the E of the users that are not maturing, it's oftentimes ego. Ego has the ability to cripple a person and cripple their growth, because decisions that they need to make, where they need to step back, you need to take accountability or take responsibility for a situation, they have a difficult time doing it. Apologies are few and far between because the ego gets in the way. Ego can destroy friendships, brotherhood, sisterhood. It can destroy relationships. It can destroy businesses. It can do a lot. A lot has been severed. A lot has been severed as the result of ego. You couldn't put your ego away. And as a result, so many people had to suffer. How many damn R&B groups we done lost because of ego? How many black love couples have we lost due to ego? And the last would be Bigger. What's good? To me, the last in the user section would be the R, which is renege. And for those who are unfamiliar with the legendary game Spades, first of all, check Ceddy's recipes. But for those that renege, to renege is to make, in Spades at least, to claim that you have no spades left, or that you have nothing of a suit, and to then play that suit later in the game. So for example, if I cut, everybody plays hearts and I play a spades, that implicates that I don't have any hearts left. So if I come back later in the game and I play a heart, I have reneged. But the sense and the theory of reneging is to say that you're going to do something, or say that you're about something, and to not follow through. And trust me, when it comes to being immature, a lot of that has to do with people reneging. Quiet as cat, you being a renegger. Don't, my white friends, please do not repeat that phrase. But it's essential. It's essential for you to be a man or woman of your word. If you say that you're going to do something, you need to follow through. I don't think people understand what that viewpoint looks of a person who says that they're going to do something and don't follow through. So I ask y'all to think of these things as you live your daily life. Avoid being a user. Be a creator. Be a contributor in your community, in your family, and otherwise in your relationships. If everybody contributes, we all win. But it's hard to be recognized as a contributing factor when you are not mature. So you got to make sure you mature. As you get older Every day that you get older, take inventory on the things that you are doing in your life. Make changes, make adjustments so that you're not making the same mistakes that you was making at 35, at 25, at 15, at 10. It's still people that got that same chip on their shoulder. They ain't learned how to mature. They ain't did the work. Still crashing out because they can't control themselves. Still being being an infidel. Still out here taking advantage or trying to take advantage of people, lying. All of these things, being petty. These are all traits of a person that is yet to mature. And there's no age requirement on that. You mature when you mature. So I pray that you get it regardless. But it's really on you. So, in essence, take a look in that mirror. Ask around. Feel free to ask your peoples. Somebody that'll be honest with you. And then do the work so that you can make sure you mature. All right? Now, I want to quickly touch on some new waves that I've been listening to. Now, I'm a fan of a group that I want to share with y'all. I enjoy their music, and they go by the name or the gentleman. It's kind of one of those things. It's like Travis Porter. It's like, is it a group? Is it not? No. The homie is Rags Original. Harlem Cupcake, what's good? But Rags Original, I don't even know why I said that, y'all. Forgive me, because it's always one person. But I could have sworn that there was another person in there. That's like, damn, what's that other group? Like, I don't remember their name. Excuse my language. But my boy is back with some new music. And I'll play a quick little sample. This record is, it's called a freestyle, but it's Korean skincare. Take a listen.
You tell me.
Now I'm thoroughly intrigued about this.
Does that recipe sound like a good time? And some Korean skincare, will it seal the deal?
You tell me.
Will it seal the deal?
Yeah, I'm tripping. Cause I know I believe my homie's from the UK.
Does that recipe sound like a good time?
Yeah, man. Homie is like I said, in the ilk of the UK vibes, the London vibes. But he's got several songs, man, that be a straight vibe. So tap in. Keeping that energy going. It's been a new release from the young wonder Raven Lene. And she has a new record out with Doechii. And I've been vibing on that as well. So I want to play that for you. Y'all take a listen to Baby Girl.
Some days I stray from
out to Shy. Shout out Raven Lene. Again, the name of that record is Baby Girl featuring Doechii. Y'all go check that out. Fire record. You know, I'll be on my R&B vibes because I love the groove. Now, I want to quickly get into a couple things on the What Are You Talking About side, and then we will celebrate the Playa and Baddie of the Week and finish with Ceddy's recipes. Now, we are a week away from the latest announced verses, and I'm excited because in this verses we have an R&B battle, but more importantly, we have a battle for bald-headed supremacy. That's right. Two of the follicle-free titans of R&B, Donell Jones, will take on Joe in the latest battle of verses. Now, for those that are unfamiliar, these are some of 2000s or 90s, late 90s, 2000s R&B titans. I'm giving Joe late 90s, but Donell Jones took flight in the 2000s. And I think that this is going to actually be, despite what some of the chatter is on social media, I think it's going to be a solid battle. Now, for me, I gotta say I'm a fan of both artists. If I'm having to choose just out of pure bias, I may select the bald brother with spectacles, the bald brother with glasses, and go with Donell Jones. Now, on the flip side, I guess you could say, well, Joe wears shades, just like yourself. So, if Joe wins, I ain't mad at that neither. I think it's going to be a great performance. I don't think it's going to be an easy win, as many have said it will be for Joe. Joe has some heavy hitters. He has some great features in the hip-hop space, but so does Donell Jones. Now, I think of Joe, I think of I Wanna Know, and All the Things, and see, he's got some real hits. Faded Pictures, that's the feature with Case, and then dang, they say this is a get rich town. When he brings out that power, it's going to get spooky. Not to mention that I don't want to be a player no more. Yeah, Joe's got some hits. Got a couple of records with G Unit. It's gonna get a little spooky. Damn. I forgot Joe was on Stutter. I know he ain't on the Mystical right now. I know Mystical, going through some things, but that was a hit. That was a hit. But again, as I said, Donnell Jones, talent. Ooh, girl, you know what's up. Said I'm digging you. I'm feeling you. What left I said? Say what, say what, say what? Oh yeah. You can't sleep. Donnell Jones got records with Terror Squad too. When he come out with that, where I wanna be, where I wanna be. Sweet. When he hit him with that sweet, might get a little rough. Joe gonna be on the ropes. But y'all let me know, who do y'all think is gonna win? Who do y'all think is going to dominate this versus? What we will do is we'll try to do a live versus as we did for the game versus YG. We'll see what time they come on, if they're going to be on time and not, and all of that, which is very important to me. But y'all let me know who you think is going to have the advantage in the R&B versus. Sweet. Yeah, should be interesting. Should be very, very interesting. Now, outside of the verses, there has been a lot of discourse that has been going on for several years, but it's spiked up again with my favorite television, WNBA. And in the WNBA, there has been some, I guess, backlash, if you will, because of a transgender player looking to join the WNBA. Recently, there's been a push for this, and as a result of the league not necessarily having the exact language, there's been some back and forth about whether that will be offered, as well, in addition to a lot of the hate that the WNBA players are getting online. Now, in this recent circumstance or debate about whether a transgender player will be able to play, there have been men, some of which have been former NBA players like Enes Kanter and Royce White, who have tried to present their opinion on the topic and saying that they're drafting themselves to make themselves available to the WNBA as a way of trying to bring awareness to this topic, create discourse, and in certain regards, kind of shame the WNBA for not making a forward decision. Now, for me, this has been frustrating because it's opened up discourse, not only that, but about the discourse of whether WNBA players would be able to beat males at the high school state champion level or the bench players in the NBA, would they be able to compete? To which I say, who gives a damn? I don't care. I think these are conversation pieces that they use to be able to continue to diminish the success of the WNBA or to minimize the value of women players playing. Now, I consider myself a fan, a very serious fan of WNBA. I watch pretty much every night. I've been watching the WNBA for years. Obviously, betting has made it even more interesting, but I've been watching the WNBA since its inception. What's always interesting is getting around people that will see me watching the WNBA and they go, "Oh, you watch women's basketball?" Yes, you see the television on. You see me telling Courtney Williams to feast her down low. You see me watching Alyssa Thomas dominate, try to get the triple doubles. Why the hell is you asking me, do I watch this? Of course I watch this. And there, oftentimes, it's a question just to ask, just to input their opinion on it. To which I say, I don't care. People love to tell you, oh, you watch the WNBA? Oh, man, I just can't get into it. You can't get into it? Here, let me tell you something. I don't give a shit. I didn't ask for your opinion. This is a microcosm of a personality flaw where people feel like they need to interject or input their opinion on you as if you asked or if you care. I didn't ask. I do not care. Especially if you're going to tell me something negative. Man, it's nothing worse than somebody that you tell them. It's like if you around somebody that's vegan and you, oh, you're vegan? Oh, I could never give up meat. They didn't ask you. They don't want you to. They don't care. Or if you watch, you watch soap operas. I never liked soap operas. Well, go somewhere else. I'm watching General Hospital. You gotta get out of your own ego, man. You gotta, if you don't like something, don't watch it. If you don't care for something, that's your business. You don't need to have everybody trying to input on everybody else because they don't care. But if I may say, to me, it always came off weird. People that's trying to project against it. If you don't watch it, you don't watch it. That's cool. But to project against it is always crazy to me because it's women and it's basketball. It's women and it's basketball meeting in a holy matrimony of sorts. Baddies in basketball, you ain't gonna never get no problems from me. Watching Asia Wilson flash to the elbow, reverse pivot, 2 dribble spin, drop step. A work of art. Mwah. Angel Reese grabbing the rebound, pushing the break. What the hell you mean? And it's high level basketball too. We ain't talking about some, oh, you know what I mean? Your sister that don't like sports at all trying to shoot a shot. No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about 3-point finesse. But I personally, man, with not even addressing the transgender the transgender issues, if you will, or the, you know what I mean, the controversy of them of being able to play in the WNBA, they will make their decision at the right time. But in regards to the constant back and forth between whether women in the WNBA could beat a man, that they're not playing against men. So why is this even a conversation? As a man, bro, you gotta stop. You look bad. You look bad. You look suspect. Worrying about that. You don't play against women by and large, unless you playing at the LA Fitness and shorty pull up and want to bust your ass. If she can get on the floor, if she can hold her own, so be it. But I'm not looking to watch WNBA players against male players. Why are we doing this? Don't cheapen the sport. If you watch it, you watch it. You would never ask no dumbass questions like that or make no statements. And if you don't, then don't watch it. And if a woman if a WNBA player happened to state that, that's her opinion. That's her business. I'm not about to entertain all of this. I want to know, can you win the title? Are you going to have home court advantage? I don't care about whether you can play an NBA player or not. But all ballers should know that if you're not competitive like that, you ain't no real baller anyway. What you gonna be saying out here? Yeah, they will bust my ass. That's crazy. I would say, hey man, I ain't gonna be no cheap win. Keep it at that. Shout out to all the WNBA players, all the baddies out here getting buckets. Shout out to the Mystics, because y'all been making major noise. But you know what it is. It's all about them links, baby. You know what I mean? Gotta make it right. Gotta win that chip. Now, I'm gonna move on. I want to celebrate Player and Baddie of the Week. We've been talking about basketball, so I got to celebrate one of my music homies that also is intertwined in the NYC hoops market industry circuit. And that's my man Kojo Dodzy, aka Joe Got Game. And we celebrated him as the Player of the Week for his contributions, both musically, but also for his contributions with Dykeman Basketball in New York, helping to run that league and facilitate that league as one of the most popular outside street basketball circuits in New York. Got to get up to a game. Hey man, don't judge me, bro. It's that easy pass. It's that easy pass. But definitely looking forward to getting up there to catch you, catch the league, man. The celebs be out there. I done seen Tiana Taylor out there. I believe they had Jalen Brunson pull up to a game. They always got the top-notch stars coming out to watch. And it be packed out there. So it's always dope to see. Now, in addition to him playing there, the brother staying fit, staying in shape. Gotta respect that. And he's been, still in the gym getting buckets. And as an elder statesman, as a young unk, if you will, anybody out there staying in the gym and getting buckets, you get my respect, you get my credit. So we celebrate you as Player of the Week. Now for the Baddie of the Week, it's a young lady, young R&B artist. I'm definitely really interested in trying to get her here on the show because she's been making some major moves, and that is Cherion. And Cherion is a very, very talented R&B artist out of the Chi area. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that is correct. And Cherion is a dancer, a music artist, songwriter, just an overall entertainer. I don't want to make the lazy comparison, but it's very obvious and evident when you see it. She draws immediate comparisons to Tiana Taylor, just for her dancing, her attractiveness, her singing, and her recent release, her released album, Honey Trap, is fire. It's fire. She got a multitude of bangers on there. She got Body on there. Stutter is one of her previous releases, but that's on there as well. She got some hits on there, man, and it's a good listen, y'all, for sure. So if you're not tapped in with her, make sure that you go tap in with Cherion. Yeah, man. That I'm trying to think of. I think D&D was another good record. She got a couple on there, man. That's some heaters. That first song on there, Slow, is fire as well. So check her out if you have not already. I've mentioned her before on the show. She recently performed at Lollapalooza, and as I said, she got the new album. So we're gonna do what we need to do to get her on the Playas Circle. Get her in here at Keepin It Playa, but we celebrate her in this circumstance as the baddie of the week. Now, if you have a recommendation for player or baddie of the week, please feel free to tag me or send them to my IG at It's Ceddy P, ITSCEDDYP, and just hashtag BOTW or POTW, whichever it is, and I'll make sure we notate them and get them in as a recommendation for a player and baddie of the week. Now, I want to close out tonight's show and bring back your favorite segment, one of your favorite segments, which is Ceddy's Recipe. Now, Ceddy's Recipe, where we honor a tradition, a custom, a norm from yesteryear in black culture that we trying to bring back for the youngins, for Gen Alpha, and to a degree Gen Z, to carry on into the future. In the past, we've mentioned spades, not splitting the pole, kitchen talk, staying at your cousin's house, and many more. But tonight's recipe is the big homie. Yes, the big homie. We have lost touch with having a big homie in the community. Shout out to the clip that I was watching on Instagram earlier today. And the gentleman was basically expressing that he felt we had lost touch with the big homie of the community. And so many of our youngins, our YNs or YKs, I like to call them, we call them young niggas. But our youngins are looking at celebrities and influencers as they big homies. But the big homie originally started out as someone in your family or in your community that was older than you, that gave you the game, not an unk. Unk has, again, another term that has been designated to people that really have not earned that moniker. But the big homie was somebody that you thought was fly or that was cool, that would give you the game on style, give you the game on girls, just kind of keep you with your mind focused and trying to do things right out here. Now, I've had a few big homies, specifically more so in high school, when I was a freshman and sophomore, you know, the upperclassmen will look out. And I've talked about him in the earlier episodes of Keepin It Playa, but my boy Manny, Shout out to homie Manny. Manny was my neighbor. I was in the same class as his brother Solomon. My brothers of the diaspora. But Manny used to give us a ride home from school because he had the whip, and he was the guy that put us on to the hip hop. He was the one that put us on. He was the person that introduced me to Jay-Z. And man, I remember it like it was yesterday, riding home, and he was breaking down the lyrics. And Manny could rap. Manny was my, I rapped as a youngin', you know what I mean? But that was totally different from actually the skill and understanding the craft, the culture. And he was there when Jay-Z was battling Nas, and they were breaking that down. I mean, we had the hip hop club at Pennsbury where everybody would be rapping and doing their ciphers, and I was sharpening my pen. But from watching Manny and Solomon, but Manny was the OG. But he was about his business. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to get girls, get a little cutty here and there, get a little some draws. But he was the one trying to make sure that you was about, handling your business. And he was a great mentor for your boy. He was definitely one of the early big homies. Another big homie that I had was my boy JJ. And JJ was cool too. He had the Kawhi braids, the straight backs, but he played basketball, tried to teach us about an important regimen, you know what I mean, and taking the craft seriously. JJ had that 3-pointer. he had that three ball, and having big homies, man, was so essential, man, to being able to grow up and avoid trouble and avoid nonsense, man. Because there was a lot of opportunities, even when your boy moved out to the suburbs, you know what I mean, navigating white America, navigating the snow bunnies, trying to avoid getting hemmed up, you know what I mean, stay strong and connected to your sisters. And having a big homie to kind of let you know the trappings of both the city and the suburb was clutch. And if you a young man out here, obviously your pops is not a big homie. That's your guardian. And you never gonna necessarily look at them as cool, no matter how cool they are. If you got an uncle, that could be it, but there's oftentimes a big age gap. You needed a big homie. You needed somebody solid, man, that you could look up to, that was about something, about some business, but was about business in a cool way. So shout out to the big homies, an essential part of black culture that we need to bring back. Not just the influencers that you don't know how they really live their life, but somebody, man, that you can connect with. And even if you had some, needed some advice and couldn't necessarily get it from your peoples, you can go to the big homie. Now, that concludes tonight's episode. We had a great show. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on me. We'll be back next week. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll be ready to go. So I thank y'all for staying with me. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you drop them in the show, in the episode. But until then, you know what to do. Keep it blessed. Keep it real. But always keep it playing.